As many of you guys know, I recently decided to sell my 335i, and I wanted to go through the process of selling my car and how to get the most value for your car when you go to sell. All that in today's episode. My name is Ryan. This is Project Racecar. Let's get into it. So when you go to sell a car, the first thing that you want to note is how much the car is selling for on Facebook, Craigslist, and other selling platforms. So you want to know how much your car is actually worth. For any performance car, you don't necessarily want to look at like Kelley Blue Book value because that's going to be a lot less than what the car is actually selling for. And when you do finally decide to sell your car and find out how much it's worth, it's now time to make a good post about it, clean the car up, and make sure that you price it accordingly. If you're ever looking for a car, when you see trash and everything in the back of the car, you almost get turned off of the car, right? It looks dirty, it feels dirty, and it doesn't look like what it's worth, what they're asking for it. Before you even list the car, I would recommend cleaning everything out and making sure that you're not driving it and getting it more dirty, adding stuff into it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna clean out the entire car, clean out all the trunk, everything underneath the seats, and we'll then vacuum it, clean everything, and just try to get everything as clean as possible for the pictures that we're going to take. With everything in these two videos that I'll be posting about how to sell your car, I'm going to be trying to get an extra like $2,000 out of market value than what I see on Facebook Marketplace. So I'm going to be trying to push the higher end of things, but I'll also know where my cap is, right? So how much I actually will let the car go for. So if somebody comes up, say I'm selling the car for $12,000, I'll take 10 for it. So if somebody wants to negotiate and they're a serious buyer, then I know my lowest price that I can go. If they offer me $9,000, then I won't be taking that. And you do want to be fair with the pricing of your car. Naturally, you can't sell cars for $10,000 over market value unless, it's super rare or, something is done to it. And if it's actually worth that much. So you really have to be serious about the pricing and realistic about how much you can actually get for the car. And just looking around the car, I have a couple like pencils and just some paperwork and receipts and stuff. So we're going to get everything cleared out of the car and everything cleared out of the trunk as well. All right, so it is the next day. Yesterday I got really late. I think that we can get what I want out of this car, which is basically more than I originally purchased for it. But in turn, I replaced the clutch and did a whole lot of work to the car. It has brand new injectors, which were $1,400. So I'm just trying to recoup a little bit of that money back. And again, with replacing any parts in cars, you're not going to get the full money that you put into it back out of it. So I've been cleaning out all of the side doors and the back and everything like that. There's a whole lot of trash just hiding in here, but you want to make sure that you're getting every single all the like center consoles and the glove compartment and also the trunk. Because we can't take a picture of the trunk if it looks like this. So we're going to clean this up and we will get back to you. Okay, so everything is now out of the trunk, and what we're going to do is we're going to vacuum the trunk and then we're going to vacuum the interior as well. And I will probably remove the seats to get all under there because I haven't gotten it in a long time, as you can tell. But again, you want to make sure that you're doing a really good job so that, because the first thing that somebody's going to see when they go to test drive the car or just look at it, they're going to open it up and see that it's dirty. And that just shows that, you might not have taken care of the car. So we're just trying to show cleanliness and that the car is completely clean. So we're going to start vacuuming now that we got everything out of the car. And with just a vacuum, it looks a lot better in here. And this is, again, going to be worth like noting that it's just a clean car. So we're going to vacuum the interior now. And if your carpet has like a lot of stains on it, I would recommend cleaning, but this isn't too bad for just what it is. I always recommend shaking your car mats out in the bushes in the front yard so that your dad has something to yell at you about for later. So we'll do that to both sides, and then we'll hear about that probably next week. So after we vacuum and get underneath the seats, what we're going to do is we're going to grab a rag and some interior cleaner, and basically we're just going to wipe down all of the interior, and we'll also put leather conditioning on the seats just so that those look nice and healthy. And again, all we're doing is getting all the dust off of the car and kind of just doing a basic detail on the car, which will get us a lot more value for the car because it will look cleaner and the person will think that it's a nicer deal. You can also pay to get your car detailed, but naturally that's going to eat into a little bit of the profit. If you need to take $200-300 because you don't have time to get it detailed, it's well worth it. There's nothing worse than trying to sell a dirty car. If it's very clean and well taken care of, they don't have stuff to nitpick on, and they'll feel like they're getting a better deal. It's why dealerships always have their cars completely spotless, because it's easier to sell. So just take your rag, squirt some down, we'll fold it, and just go over all of the car. What's nice about this product is that it dries, so it's not going to leave a sticky residue or like an oily residue. So this will end up drying, but just a quick wipe down on everything. You can use it on the door panels, the dash, and any regular interior. But make sure to wipe down all the plastics. Get the door handles. Again, it's just going to feel a lot better, and it will also smell a lot better in the car, and the person will feel more comfortable in the car whenever they go to do a test drive. It really does make a world of difference, just cleaning up the car, vacuuming everything out, taking the extra time to do these little things. It will make a big difference when I actually go to sell the car. But we'll get all the dash and just a quick wipe down on everything, and make it look pretty spotless. And then what we'll do is we'll get some leather conditioner for the seats, so that those are looking really nice as well. What we're also hoping to accomplish is to get rid of any scuff marks. So anything like this, we'll just try to wipe it down. So a lot of the times with the two doors and the coupes, you get scuff marks here from your foot, or on like any of the plastic pieces. So that's going to look a lot better without the scuff mark. And I wanted to show you guys, the car didn't look all that dirty, but I took out all of this, like this amount of trash was just in the car. And then a lot of just other miscellaneous random tools. So it was really good to clear out the car. I found some stuff that I've been looking for a while. Again, since the car was broken for a little while, it was accumulating just tools and random stuff. Sorry, I'm not that tall, but the bike is very low. But the car has for sure accumulated a lot of stuff over the last year and a half. So it's good to clear everything out and have it be clean for the next owner. You're going to want to do this before you list the car, just so that it's already done in case somebody wants to come see the car that day. You don't have to worry about, trying to clean it and, get all your stuff out. So it's going to already be just done and ready to sell. Now for the leather conditioner, we're just going to shake it and then we'll spray it onto the seat. just in a couple different parts. And then what we're going to do is we're going to kind of massage it in and work it into the leather. And then we'll wipe off any excess. But yeah, just kind of work this into the leather, and we'll do that across the entire seat and just any leather, like brown leather material. So in this video, you can kind of see what it does is it adds more shine to the leather. You can see just how like reflective that one is versus this one, and just like the deeper color in it. So we're gonna do that around the entire car. But yeah, so it adds more like depth to the leather and a little bit more shine. But you can already see the leather is now shiny. It feels good, and it's looking a lot better. So this is going to be the interior is really a high selling point for this car. So that's why I'm spending a lot of time on it. You want to be sure that what you're doing, the time that you're putting in, is actually going to be worth it. So for me, the cleaning is just kind of time consuming. So that's all that I'm really losing from it. But it's worth it for me to do the extra, put the extra time in. Say the motor is blown and the car is only worth $2,000, but the motor is $1,500. It's not really worth it, like the time, money, and energy to do a motor swap for just to get $3,000 out of it. So you really want to be making sure that what you're doing is worth the money and the return that you're getting from it. So in this case, detailing the interior is very much worth it. So this is where we're gonna really see a big difference. You can see just how light the peanut butter is. So you can see it's going from this, and we just work that in, and it really adds depth to the leather. I don't know if you guys can see this at all. Okay, so I pulled out the seats, and you can see just how dirty it is under here. There's, sauce packets and stuff. So I don't know when the last time this was cleaned under here. So again, just peace of mind for me, as well as the next owner. I kind of just want to take care of it for them so that they don't pull out the seats and see kind of how gross the car is. So I vacuumed underneath, and you can see just how much better that looks, just in, first of all, the first glance and when you actually get close to it. And I vacuumed the back seat. So this side is pretty much done. It looks very clean. I'll get all the cleaning supplies out of there. But it's starting to look really good in here. And then what we're going to do after we get the other seat out and vacuum underneath there, we're going to take the car to the car wash and get it all cleaned up. You can see that there's just a little bit of dust and grime on it. So we'll get it all cleaned up, and then it should be ready for the next step in the selling process. And now the other side is vacuumed, so it looks a lot better. So we'll finish getting all the other cleaning supplies out, get the seat back in, get it all bolted up, and then we are going to go get this thing washed. You guys will have to excuse me, it's very warm outside, so I'm a little bit, I'm dying a little bit. This is a couple days later, but I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for watching today's video on how to get more money for your car. This is part 1 of 2 parts. So in the next episode, we will be going over the listing of the car, where to sell it, how to talk to the people, and how to set up safe meetings. and overall how to sell the car. So this one is already posted, and I have a couple people coming to look at it this week. But that will be in the next episode. So stay tuned for more. Please give this video a like and subscribe for more content. But until next time, my name is Ryan. This is Project Racecar. Peace.